So, the Celtics just made a move. One that I like, but don't like at the same time. And that was, hold on, let me pull it up again. Kemba, in the 16th pick this year, and a 2025th second, to Oklahoma City for an aging Al Horford, Moses Brown, and a 2023 second. Which, it brings a couple questions to mind and everything. I also tweeted at Steve, who's a writer for Philly Sports Network, and he's also a Celtics fan. I'm like, hey, what thoughts? And I'm waiting to hear back, but I kind of want to hear what he has to say. And this will be interesting. But I want to get into this trade. The 16 pick, I don't like losing, but you lose Kemba's big contract. I'm fine with losing his contract, but I don't know. I like it and I don't like it in the same sense. I don't necessarily like dealing that 16. I'm fine with moving Kemba if you believe in what's behind him, or you can bring somebody else in, which I think Brad's going to do. And that also brings up a question, what do you do with Tristan Thompson? Though Al Horford, as much as I hate to say it, I don't know where he is right now. I don't know if he's getting through that downhill decline or what. So, looking at Horford's stats from last season after moving from Philly to OKC, he played 28 games, averaged 28 minutes, 5.8 field goals per 12.9 attempts, which it averages out to .450. 30.6 or .368 from the field. He was .818 from free throw line. He averaged 14.2 points, which isn't bad. It's definitely better. It's the best he's had since his last season with Atlanta. And it's one of his better seasons. But that's also coming off on less games. So I don't know how he's going to do back in Boston. This is the first move for Brad Stevens. So it'll be exciting to see what happens. Because he better have a plan for this. Because I need to know he has a plan. Because now I'm kind of worried, in a sense, of what could happen. I don't want to dismantle this whole team again. Because we've got such a good young core that just needs to be developed in place. And I don't want to let that go. But we're also getting Moses Brown, which I kind of want to look over his stats and everything. I've heard good things about him, but that we'll see. He is going to be a third-year guy. He jumped teams from Portland in his first year to OKC in his second, and now in Boston for his third. Last year he played 43 games, started 32, averaged 21.5 minutes, .545 from the field. He never shot a three. Then again, it is because he's a center, but .619 from the field last season. This is all last season. And he averaged 8.5 points. Not bad for a starter. You could definitely do worse. I think he's coming in to be the guy. I think he'll push Grant Williams out. I don't think Grant Williams is going to stay any longer if he's a long-term option. And then this also begs the question, what's next for Tristan Thompson? I think Tristan is gone. I think. How much does he have left on his contract? I've gone over this, but I forgot. How much does Tristan have left on his contract? And how much is he getting paid? Is the big thing right there. Also, this move also opens up some cap room, which is going to be great because we need more cap, and more cap means we get to sign some guys, and we got to get under, I think, first. But his contract is through next year, and he's getting paid $9.7 million next year. It'd be nice to just deal him. I'd be fine dealing him for a late first, early second pick. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with cut. Well, it depends on what's going to happen with when you cut him, but I'm fine with trading him. I think you got to try to squeeze as much compensation out of guys you want to move as possible if you want to rebuild, even if it's just a retool. So that's kind of my early thoughts, mostly. What does this mean for the point guards? I think Fournier expires this year too. So I think we're going to kind of go on a new lead guard search and maybe find a backup. Unless you're going to run Smart or Brown backup most of the time. But that also means you got to bring in a small forward. Which we don't really have a small forward right now. We don't really. Naismith, he's a rookie. He's going to go into his second year. I think what we're going to need if we roll with what we have right now is a small forward and a lead point guard and potentially a backup point guard. Unless one of those guys takes that next step, which I think they can. I don't like losing the 16th pick this year. I'm fine with trading the 2025 second rounder for what? What was it, a 2023? Yeah, it was a 2023 second. I'm fine with that. It's just a second swap. There's not much is going to come from that. But hopefully nothing does. But anyways, I kind of want to just give my quick thoughts. This has been Fighter. I will see you either later in the week if more news breaks from Brad Stevens or from Notre Dame and Brian Kelly or from Howie Roseman and Philly. But if not, I will see you probably Saturday or Sunday for some podcasts. Signing out.